If you have a bunch of old listings on eBay that haven't moved in a while and you want an extra kick to make them move, this video is for you. Today, we're gonna revisit the good old end and sell similar on eBay, but we're gonna do it the right way. First, I'm gonna give you 5 reasons why this helps you make more money. Then I'm gonna show you on my back end how to do it properly. First, let me be very clear. What we're doing today is for those of you that are looking for internal eBay traffic. It's not for those of you that are trying to rank your eBay listing on, say, Google. And the reason I mention this is because eBay themselves tell you that when you end and sell similar, it basically erases all the data from external sources like Google, Bing, and other places. In any case, those external sources bring in only about 10% of our total traffic. So for most of us, it doesn't really matter. So why should you spend all this time and energy doing the end and sell similar process on eBay? Reason number 1, it resets listing freshness. When you do the end and sell similar process, it basically gives you a new eBay ID. That means that eBay treats it as new inventory, so it puts you higher up on the search. Reason number 2, it boosts search visibility. The eBay algorithm always likes fresh and new listings, so it'll give you more impressions and clicks because it's trying to show it to more people. And this is especially important because there's a lot of people that filter by newly listed. Reason number 3, it revives stale inventory. This is the reason why I made this video, and this is the reason you're probably watching this. All those old listings that you have that haven't moved, because I have some too, when you do this, at the very least, you're giving it a little bit of a kick, a little bit of a chance to move versus just letting it sit there until somebody goes to page 20 on a search to find it. Reason number 4, it refreshes engagement signals. All those views, maybe watchers, or people that added it to the cart, all that data is cleared. Now eBay can go in, recalculate, and give you engagement based on that new activity. And lastly, reason number 5, it gives you, the seller, an opportunity to optimize. This by far is the most important thing about using the end and sell similar process. I think that a lot of us, including me at one point, we get lazy. We just want to set it and forget it. Like the old commercials used to say. We just want to go buy stuff. We make a listing and we leave it up there forever. We don't want to think about it again until it sells. And that right there is a very bad way to run a business. You want to be on top of your things. You want to be on top of your product. You want your inventory to move. And the only way to do that is to pay attention. You want to optimize all the time to make sure that you have the best listing possible so that it can actually sell. And this is the perfect time for you to optimize photos, maybe listing, description, look at pricing, look at comps. All of that. This is the best time to do the tweaks to the listing so that you can actually move it. And because proof is always nice, let's take a look at how I've used this before in a positive way, how I made sales. Now, this is speculative because it could be that it just happened that I put it at the right time when the right buyer was there looking at it. But I have to say, I've done this to a bunch of different listings, and all of a sudden they hadn't moved in a year, and all of a sudden they move. I mean, so I'm putting 2 and 2 together, but you can take whatever you want. This one was put up on September 29, 2024. It didn't sell for a year. I redid it on August 11th. After that, in 30 days, it sold. And look at that. $70, $20 shipping. That right there is my profit margin. You can see everything right there. I changed the title. I changed the description and the pricing. The only thing that didn't change were the photos because I'm pretty good at taking photos. I rarely take new photos. Let me show you a different one. Paloma Picasso right here. So this one was put up on April 7th. And then I redid it again that day, the same day on August 11th, and it sold. What a coincidence that the same day that I did these 2 items, actually I did more, but these 2 items I did, the end and sell similar, and they sold. This is why I'm telling you that I put 2 and 2 together and I'm like, okay, well, this is working. Let me try some more. And there are a bunch of other ones that I can show you. But we're not going to do that today. I'd rather show you how to actually do it so you can get started right now. And right there, look at that. There's my fees and what it sold for, free shipping and all that. So it does work. With that said, let me go to the back end so I can show you how to do this process the right way. First, I'm already here in active listings. So you would go to here, listings, go to active. Once you get here, you click the start date. The start date will give you the newest or the oldest, depending on how many times you click it, of course, because it is in ascending or descending order. Once you do the oldest first, then you're going to start doing the process. Before I get started, I have to say, This end and sell similar process is recommended for those of you that do one-offs. And by one-offs, I mean if you go to the thrift store and you bought something, you only have one of it, this process is going to be for you. I do not recommend it for those of you that have things that you constantly replenish, things that sell all the time. Let me give you an example. Right here's my Resellupe. I put this up about a year ago now, and I have the highest ranking right now. First of all, I'm the only one that sells it, but I have the highest ranking on this listing, and I don't want to lose all that data. I don't want to start from scratch because I have all these sales attached to that item number. I do not want to end it. If I end it, I basically start again from scratch. I don't want to do that. So for those of you that sell replenishables, leave those alone unless you really haven't gotten a sale in say 6 or 7 or 8 months, then maybe you would be able to do it. But if you're constantly getting sales, leave it alone. Why would you mess with it? You already fought for the top spot, stay at the top. All right, so let's look at a good listing right here. We're gonna go through this and let's find a fun one. Well, not a fun one, but you know what? Like this one. This is a good one. I put this up in April, so it's been a while already, and we are gonna just end it. And let's wait for it to go to the unsolds. Now that we have it here, we do not want to relist. If you relist, it keeps the same item number, same data, same view, same everything. You don't want to do that. What you want to do is sell similar. Once we're here on the back end, I'm going to show you. First thing you got to check is photos. Remember what we said, we can check photos, title, description, and pricing. So we want to check the photos first. These photos are decent photos. They're good photos. I don't want to redo these. So I'm not going to go pull it out and do that. So I'm going to keep that. What's next? The title. You're either going to move the keywords around, you're going to change keywords, you're going to add new ones, delete some other ones, whatever you want to do, whatever you think is best. But what I'm going to do is that I'm going to let my AI do the work for me because that's why I have it. So look at this. Earlier, I took some screenshots to make it easier for the AI of that. So basically, I took those screenshots and I'm going to let it do its thing. So once it goes, it's going to give me a brand new title, a brand new description, a brand new everything, right? So look at that. Is that a new title? Levi's Genuine Leather Belt, size 38. You know, it's different enough. It may make a difference when it comes to getting a new sale. So I'm going to copy it all the way down here because it's going to do the title and description. I'm going to paste my title right there. And I'm missing a couple of characters, but that's fine. My AI is built out to where it knows when to stop and when to go. And it does really well. So I'm just going to let it be. Is it in the right category? This is not in the right category. That does not look like a vintage belt. Let's see. Is it a vintage belt? There is no date on it. This does not look vintage because I think I've seen these at the store. So you know what? This has to change. Since it's not vintage, we're going to go to men's accessories. We're going to put it on belts. You see, that's something that's an oversight of mine. I didn't look at that the first time, and that's not okay, right? We need to fix it. So now we're going to have to do all the item specifics, which usually I leave, but now we got to change it. Levi's 38, men's leather, the style, it's going to be, let's see, work belt. It could be a work belt, Western belt. Theme, let's do Western. Whoops, Western. And then you guys can see the rest. You can do all the other ones, right? Hardware material. I don't know what it's made of. It looks to be, it might be pewter, but I don't think that's pewter because Levi's doesn't make a lot of things in pewter. It is limited edition. It doesn't say what it is. Since I can't verify what it is, I'm just going to leave it alone. We're going to keep going that way. And right here, we're going to choose the item condition. In this case, it's an excellent, it's in good condition because it says that there's an additional hole added to the tip of the leather belt. So it's in good condition, but there's an additional hole. If it was all scratched up or the leather was bad, then I would do it in fair condition. And now I copy all this, or I don't copy it, I highlight it. And then I paste my new title and description. I tap down twice and I add my own verbiage to here about returns and authenticity and all that. And then I look at the pricing. The pricing for this belt, because it has that extra hole, it's going to move from $44.97. That was a bad pricing in my part. So let me do, you know what? I'm going to give a $10 discount. Let's start it at $34.97. And since I haven't ended and sell similar in 3 months, I'm going to do $34.94. That way I know that it's been in my store for, at minimum, it's been in my store for 5 months. So is that right? Let's see, April, May, June, July, August, September. and we're in November, so that would be 93 cents. So it's been in my store 6 months. I use the cents in my listings to signify how many months I've had it in store. That way, I don't have to be looking at Excel sheets and all this kind of shit that it's unnecessary. It's a waste of time. I do allow offers, yes. Ground shipping, it's still going to be ground and it's free shipping. And then I go to my promoted. In this case, I'm going to move it from a campaign to 8.2 mid. So a mid-size or a mid-level promotion, 8.2% is my promoted rate, and list it. That right there is the way to do end and sell similar the proper way. What I did was that I looked at the photos, I looked at the title, and I changed the title, of course. If you notice, it was a bad category, so I moved it out of that category. I redid the description. Actually, my AI did the description, but I redid the description. I changed the pricing and then changed the advertising at the bottom. So are the promoted listings. So that basically gives me a brand new listing. So now people have a reason to look at this. The algorithm has a reason to push it out because it's totally brand new. I mean, the only thing that didn't change was the photos. So it makes sense, right? And that's it. That was a quick tutorial right there. I wanted to show this because we're coming up on fourth quarter. And fourth quarter means that we have to do something to get an edge. This might be your edge. If you don't have enough money to go and put up 50 or 100 or 200 more products, fine. If you don't have time, fine. Then do this. Do with what you got already. Sell what you have. So this is a great way to do that. Now, remember what I said. You have to change the listing as much as you can. And the way that I do it is that I use Bruce, my AI lister. If you guys are interested in joining the posse and getting access to Bruce, you can click the join button down below, sign up as a 40 Cal Posse member, and then as soon as that happens, just send me an email and you will get access to Bruce so you can get started on this process. The one thing that I can tell you is that since I started using it after I built it out, I have seen an increase in sales, and I've looked at the listings myself. What would I have done before the AI, and what is the AI doing for me now? The listings are way better, the description is way better, and overall, just it looks way cleaner, which is why it makes me more money. That's it, everybody. To continue supporting the channel, you can always send your thanks with the thanks button down below. You can buy the Resellupe to add value to the photos you're already taking. Better photos means better sales, plain and simple. And again, you can join the posse by clicking the join button down below and get access to Bruce as a top tier 40 Cal member. As always, give this video a like, share this with anyone that needs to see it, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already so you don't miss awesome videos like this. See you in the next one. Peace and cheers, everybody. Woohoo! The end and sell similar does work. It's not going to be a super game changer where all of your listings are going to move, but you might get at least new views, new people watching it. You might get that little kick that you need so you can make more money.